Oh my God, this is bad. This is desperation. This is Disney 2019.
Yeah, I've never seen them. I mean, I've seen them do some things like this, but I've never seen them go to this extent.
So yeah, Disney is going to have what they're calling a Galaxy's Edge takeover across all of their networks.
Including ESPN.
Including ESPN! Why would you pimp this on ESPN?
They're already running ads on Hulu.
Because
they own that too now. Because I know when our daughter was watching the other day, they kept running, you want to go to Disney at Christmas ads.
Oh, God. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some upheaval in the Disney Parks management because of Star Wars. They're blaming Star Wars. This is a mess. This is desperation. And this confirms everything that we've been saying, that the attendance is way down. A lot of other people are weighing in on it now, too. They're not afraid to speak out. Before, people were kind of silenced, but now the truth is out there. Disney is desperate to get people to their parks, and especially to Galaxy's Edge, so it's not seen as a failure. So before we get into this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed already, we passed 62,000 subs this week. We had 0 earlier tonight.
Yeah.
There was a glitch. We about had heart failure. We went to Social Blade, and it showed all of our subs drop down to 0 in real time. And apparently it was just a glitch on YouTube, so thank God they're all back.
Yeah, and make sure you're still getting notifications, because who knows what they did.
We don't know what they did.
Make sure you share, tell your friends, tell your dog.
Tell your dog.
Yeah, because
dogs watch.
They gossip. So
they do. Gossip dogs.
There you go.
So thank you for the support. All right, so this is coming. This has been posted both on...
Yeah, I saw it on the Parks blog. Actually, someone wrote me and asked if we were going to cover it, which I already knew about it because I saw it on the Parks blog earlier. So yes, I don't remember who wrote me, but yes, we are covering it because I'd seen it earlier, and I was like, what the heck?
Written by Jessica Safran, content producer.
Oh, there it is. I told you. I told you it was Synergy.
Media Network. Oh, I thought that's where you got it from.
No, it wasn't
okay,
where I got it from. Showtime Synergy. I was saying to you, I said to Neon, I was like, no, they're going to be like, this is Synergy. It's all the Synergy. And there it is right there. Oh, I hit the mic. I was so excited. I hit the mic.
We told you before that Disney literally has brand Synergy people.
Media Network Synergy.
And this is her job. And what they did is they just copy pasted this article on StarWars.com too. If you ever wanted... if you ever needed some kind of verification that Star Wars is for Karens now, for wine moms, here you go. Because they copy-pasted this article from the Disney Parks blog.
They put wine moms in the picture?
Yeah, they put wine moms in the picture on StarWars.com. This is who Star Wars is for now. Thanks for that, Disney. So, yeah, they're in an event of galactic proportions. The Disney family of television networks... ABC, Freeform, Disney Channel, Disney Junior, and ESPN. Disney freaking Junior will offer Easter eggs, vacation giveaways.
Plural. Vacation giveaways, plural.
And sneak peeks into the newest land to come to both Disney World and Disneyland because nobody's showing up for it.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
They opened. Okay, it opened in Disneyland at the end of what was it, May? And then it opened at the end of August. It opened like almost a month ago. In Disney World, but apparently it's not working good enough because now we're gonna have to do this whole, and that's not they would have had to have pre-planned, but clearly they were like, we're worried, we have to have this whole big thing.
This is ridiculous. I have never seen Disney freak out this. They're even using Nightline. I mean, you want to talk about shill media? We're talking about freaking Nightline being used to shill Star Wars.
Well, and they already did GMA and stuff. They're doing it again. Here's the thing about this. It's the only thing I can think of that's close to this would be like the comics. Like they were trying to do all these tie-ins to Batu and all this stuff and all these comics and books.
Yeah.
And I kept saying about the Synergy then. That's the closest thing. Now, again, had to do with Star Wars and trying to get people in there. And they did all this stinking tie-ins to the comics. And now that wasn't enough, clearly. So now we're going to go after all the TV shows.
They're using all the TV shows to pimp this theme
park. They're so tone deaf. They're missing the problems to begin with.
The truth is most of the people who watch these shows, I'm looking at the shows, they don't care about Galaxy's Edge. They don't care about Star Wars.
No.
Again, Disney is, like you said, they're completely tone deaf. They don't even realize what the problem was. We did a video yesterday talking about Bob Iger and how tone deaf Iger has been. Fans have been telling Disney for years, what the problems are, and Disney seems to think it's like, well, we just have too much Star Wars, so let's dump more Star Wars on every damn network.
Not going to Star Wars, but speaking of like the way that they're thinking, they just announced that at Disneyland at the Grand Californian, there's going to be a brand new stone spa for their upscale clientele. And I'm like, that's just it. Okay, fine. Go gouge those people and stop gouging everybody else, because, you know, that's why people aren't there. They aren't there because they're tired of Star Wars. They aren't there because you treat the fandom like crap. And they were going to buy Twitter, and they didn't buy Twitter because it was a dumpster fire. But there are people who are out there on Twitter causing the dumpster fire.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, you know, it's just like, just stop. Just stop. But anyway, let's go through the list. Go ahead.
Last week, it's the last week of, now this was, I think they phoned, this is a very hastily put together thing. This is the last week of their fiscal year.
Yeah.
Okay,
so they would have somewhat planning on some of these TV shows, unless they're just putting it in this commercial.
That's what I'm wondering, because they're very vague with what.
Well, I know the Goldbergs, they were going to go to Disney or something. I thought they had said before.
God, they used to do that. They used to do that with Full House too.
Now, America's Funniest Home Videos, I can see because they always did do Disney promotions on that one. So that one I get, but the rest of them, go ahead.
The morning shows I get, right? But Good Morning America I get. The
Good Morning America is just a promotional tool for them. That's all. Today it was Frozen 2 trailer.
Yeah, and they did that with Toy Story Land, The View. I actually was at a taping of The View in Disney World. They do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a promotional tool, and all politics all the time. Tamron Hall, yeah, Nightline. That one surprises me. Like, it used to be a reputable evening news
No, every
program.
single thing they own is just an arm for them to shill on.
That's exactly. This is the problem with Disney owning everything.
Yeah, and they don't understand that them doing this is why people are turned off.
Yeah.
This is why people don't like it, because you keep doing this. This is what they don't like. Go ahead.
So they said that viewers will be treated to Easter eggs, on-air mentions, and surprises from the Star Wars universe beginning tomorrow night with the award-winning comedy Blackish, and ending next Monday with Dancing with the Stars. So Blackish, Goldberg's Modern Family, American Housewife, Funniest Home Videos, Rookie, Dancing with the Stars. Freeform is doing that 2-hour holiday special.
Yeah, we talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah, goofy-ass program that they're going to do with Neil Patrick Harris. At Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, adventure awaits. ESPN Sports Center is airing a feature showcasing college game day commentators experiencing the land during a recent visit to Hollywood studios.
Yeah, recent, because you just throw it out. ES-flippin' PN.
It's right down the street.
ESPN. They flippin' are going to promote. Now, you tell me they aren't desperate and there isn't a problem. Because if they're going to ESPN to promote Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars. You know, remember when you were a kid and you got picked on and got the shit kicked out of you for liking Star Wars? But now these people that kick the shit out of you are going to go on to ESPN and promote Star Wars.
So they've got their Disney Channel Kid Stars, which, again, not surprising. They've done this before.
They do this all the time.
They're trying Blue Milk. They're building their own droids. They're taking control of the fastest ship in the galaxy.
But it's not even on anymore, is it?
No, I don't.
And that Kim Possible didn't do well.
No.
We have to give them something to do. They're under contract.
That's a kid from, isn't this a kid from the Goldbergs? Giambroni, I think he's from the Goldbergs.
I don't know.
Yes, he's Ron
They list
Stoppables.
them as Kim Possible instead of the Goldbergs.
Disney Junior even is going to air
Look
a
at those
segment.
kids. You got to get those kids begging to go.
We'll have a segment featuring a Star Wars fan family meeting Chewie, building custom droids.
They're doing the same thing.
And flying the Falcon.
Why aren't they building lightsabers too?
You will meet Chewie. Beep, beep, boop. You will build a lightsaber. Beep, for $200. Beep, beep, boop. You'll build a droid and have fun.
So basically, they're just like taking and doing the exact same thing, as many demographics. So we got the family and the kids. We got the Disney Channel with the older kids on there trying to do it. We got the sports jocks on ESPN. We got all the mom bloggy hair flipping wine moms on the Live with Kelly and Ryan and Good Morning America.
And this photo right here sums up the entire problem.
But the kids' shorts? That's a problem right there.
It's from the Goldbergs. No, the problem is, like, look, talk about taking you out of it. Like, a family with mouse ears looking at the Falcon is not really screaming Star Wars to me.
No, because it's not even about Star Wars. It's about attendance at the parks now. They want that shiny attendance money. So they don't. It's not even about Star Wars. And if you don't like their Star Wars, they're gonna make you like it. They're gonna put on every damn TV show and shove it down your throat. But this is gonna have the opposite effect.
This is gonna turn people off. They're gonna be, what the hell? Just stop it. Now, speaking of other outlets,
Synergy,
brand synergy,
Showtime synergy.
So about the same time they dropped this, Kotaku takes a trip to Galaxy's Edge, and it was today. So you see what we're talking about, brand synergy. So Kotaku, they knew 3 months ago they were going to go to Galaxy's Edge, and they talked about how since they went out of their way to role play, Galaxy's Edge was actually rewarding for them because they role played, and the cast members.
Wait, they role played? That's what they did.
They LARPed in Galaxy's Edge. Look at all the people.
There's nothing to LARP with. That's the problem.
Look at all the people at Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, well, maybe there was some line for the Falcon.
But they were LARPing about in Galaxy's Edge. Kotaku again dropped the same day that Disney drops this on the Parks blog, the exact same copy paste article with the Karens on StarWars.com. Again, nobody wants to see the Karens on StarWars.com, but there they are. And then just a couple of days ago, Space.com. Space.com has sold out. Now they're talking about how amazing Galaxy's Edge is, and tell me.
It might be, they might have liked it, and that might be true. I guess our point is the timing is awfully coincidental. I mean, people are allowed to like it. A lot of people do like it, and that's completely fine. I'm sure when we ever get there, we'll like it. I was supposed to get there. That's a whole other story. But we'll probably like it too. But the thing is, it's like, let's be honest about what it is. What it is a Falcon ride, a cantina, a Ronto Roasters, a milk cart, and shops. If we're gonna be completely effing honest here, that's all it is. It's one ride, shops, and a couple of eateries. That is it.
Oh, but the Rise of the Resistance is coming sometime.
If there's any hope I have for this area, it's going to be the Rise of the Resistance, as long as they don't ruin it by cutting corners.
Yeah, which
that's
we've
the
heard.
One I think that if they're going to save it, that's going to do it.
And we're going to talk about some of the corners being cut at Disney here in a minute, but I just want to point out again, this was written by Jessica Safran, Media Network Synergy.
Told you.
Programming, and
partnership marketing.
Marketing.
Told you. That's where they get all these people.
Partnership marketing.
Gosh, you'd think that they'd be sending us out there if they want it covered, because if you're going to win people over, win the people that you were on your list anyway, and two,
we are on the list.
And two, are they being critical so they can prove it? Because maybe you can change our mind, you can change lots of people's mind, but no, can't do that. We'll go to Kotaku.
Kotaku, God.
Kotaku.
So we're going to talk about some of the things that they're trimming, but I do want to point this article out from Theme Park Insider. Now,
never lose their media access.
Robert Niles has been getting spicy lately. I like him now. I mean, I've always liked Theme Park Insider, but he's really been letting the opinions fly.
Good. Go, Robert. Welcome to the dark side. We got cookies.
Yeah, right. So he said that he actually did get to go. He got a first look inside the Star Destroyer scene during Galaxy's Edge media preview in Orlando last month, but Disney has several other ready-to-go show scenes that could feature in a sneak peek. So they're talking about what they're going to see. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is Robert Niles, who's grandfathered in, and he's been to media events, as have I. Mm-hmm. I was actually inside Galaxy's Edge as they were building it before it opened. So I love this. So he said about all the blitzing that they're doing. So much for Bob Iger's suggestion during investors.
Yeah, we brought this up many times.
Yeah, during investors call earlier in the year that Disney wouldn't even need to promote Galaxy's Edge. All the company would need to do is tweet out it's open, and fans would queue up. See,
here's the point. You have the word fans. You had fans. You kind of messed that up with the last movie. I mean, well, the last Jedi movie. You messed that one up, and then the way your people behaved on, of all things, Twitter, didn't help either. And then you keep, slamming at people, and then this whole stupid blitz thing is just going to piss people off.
Yeah, he said, he goes on to say, he says, wowed some of the fans who showed up, but the enthusiasm hasn't translated to an increase in overall crowd levels at either Disneyland or Walt Disney World. Everybody kept saying we're full of it when we said the crowd levels were down.
No, it wasn't true. We were wrong.
Seems busy to me. How often do you go to the park? Because if we got people that only go once every few years, it's not as busy as it normally is.
Then we're hearing people who are there all the time, because that's we talk to. Anyway.
Yeah. Disney had to offer new discounts in both markets to try to keep attendance levels up as the fans balked to increase ticket prices or waited for Rise of the Resistance to open, or both.
Rise of the Resistance not being open has been a huge problem. But I think people, if there's brand fatigue, they're doing it themselves. We're worried about brand fatigue.
But let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, this makes sense.
This makes sense.
Brilliant. Let's do that. It's brand synergy, people. I hate that word synergy, and that's sad. I like synergy.
So, Disney somebody had to fall on the sword for this. A head had to roll at Disney for this cluster, and it couldn't be Bob Chapek, and it couldn't be Bob Iger. It couldn't be either of the Bobs. Had to be a woman. Oh, Disney, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Because earlier he was talking about how the Black Panther was the pinnacle of his career. You know, Bob Iger was talking about it on something else because he's so woke. But then he fires the woman.
So yeah, steps down. No, she got canned.
No, they said it was her part. There's no stepping down. They said her position was removed.
It was removed.
They said because there were redundancies. They removed it.
Yeah, they talk about it. They said Catherine Powell, who oversaw the U.S. and Paris theme parks for Walt Disney Company, is leaving the studio. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. As president of Disney Parks West, Powell was in charge of Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney World, and Disneyland. So she's not in charge of the Asian parks, but she is in charge of all the Western parks. Powell was also in her post during the recent openings for 2 new Star Wars lands, the Galaxy's Edge, that fell flat on attendance. Disney had to follow up the poor turnout for Star Wars attraction launches with discount pricing and aggressive marketing.
Well, maybe if they hadn't cut corners. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be a dick here, but I'm going to be a dick here. One, you have Chapek in there who's cutting corners right and left. Imagineers are kind of even hinting about the fact he doesn't listen, okay? So you got that going on. Iger basically has his head up his own rear end, and we don't even have to advertise it. Oh, he's the one who decided to change it from the original trilogy to the new trilogy. That was all on him.
Chapek cut corners.
Yeah, and I said that. And then you have, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, who can't even do her job right and have a 3-arc story that actually ties together and makes sense. You literally had one job. They had to make sense, and they don't. And then people get mad, and then people are attacking fans right and left. And then your cross promotion, you make sure all the blogs make sure they tell fans they're bad people if they don't like it, which further did damage. And then this person gets one that gets, cut because she was in charge. Well, technically, no, the buck stops higher up than that.
Yeah, and they actually called Disney out.
Under Iger and Chapek.
They called Disney out for this. They said it's understood from sources at Disney that Powell's past has been
posed. Her past is no more.
Her past has been eliminated.
They've gotten really harsh now.
They just deleted her LinkedIn. They got rid of some videos. No, her post has been eliminated, and she will help in the transition as her staff reports directly to Bob Chapek, who likes to cut corners. Did we mention he likes to cut corners?
But they cut the woman.
Yeah, so they call him out. They call him out. The studio had high expectations for Galaxy's Edge, which would feature 2 rides.
Was supposed to feature 2 rides. Yeah. Whose idea was that to open it early?
I'm sure it was Bob Iger's.
I'm sure it was
too.
He
wanted that money on the books. The hype around Star Wars Land appears to have dissuaded some from attending soon after the launches. No, lack of interest, people. Lack of interest. Shortly after it was announced that Galaxy's Edge would open in May, Disney revealed that a no-cost reservation would be needed to access the land.
Yeah, they kind of blocked people out and everything else. It was really ridiculous.
So Powell, who has been with Disney for 15 years, joined the company in 2004, following senior management roles at BBC Worldwide, covering TV sales for Central and Eastern Europe.
She also worked in other aspects of Disney before this too. I mean, not just as this job. She did other things before this.
So she has a lot of experience.
So where did they call her out?
Right here. Her departure also stands in contrast to Disney CEO Bob Iger and a New York Times profile on Sunday, promising to put more women in top executive positions at the Hollywood studio with an eye to greater gender parity.
Yeah, he said that as he was promoting his book, by the way. That's what all this is about. Bob Iger has a book coming out. That's why he is going to be on all these shows, too, is because he's promoting his book.
So he's going to blitz his book. They're going to blitz Star Wars. They're going to fire the woman who probably was just middle management, just doing as she was told.
She was in charge. Basically, they gave her what to do. She had to go implement it. Is what was going on. So I doubt, she might have made some of these choices, but I doubt it. And she couldn't have made any choices without those guys agreeing to it, because she reported to Chapek.
So now
Chapek reports to Iger.
Everybody reports to Chapek. Chapek cuts corners. I think Epcot is going to be, the reimagined Epcot is going to be really budget cut.
I'm really worried about it. I got to tell you, Epcot's my favorite, and I'm so, people are like, oh, well, you need to let it go and just move on and understand things change. I do understand things change. I don't have confidence in the people changing them.
No. And we have a buffer who has been removed, and now everyone answers directly to Bob Chapek, who does things on the cheap. So
I'm genuinely sad, and I'll tell you why. I'm sad, and I said this before, but really, I'm sad because I don't want to be angry about this stuff. I don't want to be sad about Star Wars. I don't want to be tired of Star Wars. I don't want to feel like when I have to think about going to see the next movie. And I do. And I don't want that. I don't want to be like that about the parks either. I love the parks. I grew up with the parks. I don't want to be like I kind of dreading what's going to happen. I don't want to feel that way. I don't, and a lot of people don't want to feel that way.
I have a bad feeling about this. I think yeah, we've done that one before. I think what's probably going to happen is they're gonna do half-assed versions of all these expansion plans, and then the company is going to kind of like pull into itself like it did for years. Like back in the 90s and early 2000s, not a lot was going on. At Disney, it was very rare that they opened anything new. They did Animal Kingdom, and then after that, it was just like, yeah, we're not doing much. And I think that could potentially happen. But what's going to happen is Universal's going to come in, and they're going to build a whole new park, and they're not going to cut costs because they got money. Disney doesn't have it now because they'd spend it on Fox.
Well, it's interesting. They were talking to Tom. What's his last name? I don't remember. The guy's in charge of Universal. He basically was saying that they said, why aren't we hearing any announcements about what's going on at Universal? And he said, well, we don't want to tip off the competition, which I think is hilarious because, quite frankly, the competition has spies all throughout and they already know what you're doing on both sides. But he's basically saying that the greatest threat that they have isn't even, Disney parks, but more so the cruise lines. So I don't know. That's kind of unrelated, but related.
Yeah, I think it's just there's a lot more going on to take people's attention and money.
Right.
And as the parks increase in price, people are like, what's the best bang for the buck?
Well, yeah, because you can go to cruise and everything's included.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this. I think with this blitz, to use like the sports terms, they're going to actually just turn people off. I don't think it's going to create excitement. I think it's going to create, people are going to be like, oh my God, here we go again. Are you serious? It's like it's like, when you hear people like are really braggy and then you're like, oh, I'm so important. I only stay at the best places ever and things like that. And then all it does is make everybody like hate them. And it was like, it turns them off because they're like, well, this isn't why I'm here. And it's like that. It's like you're constantly going to be like in your face, in your face, in your face, in your face. Did we mention? And it's going to turn people off.
Yeah, people are probably going to be like, I just want to watch my sitcoms in peace, and I just
want to hear about Disney news in peace. I don't want to hear about how much better you are than me. It's that kind of thing. It just turns people off. Like these kind of things turn people off like right away.
I think, again, I'm going to reiterate, we did a Disney video yesterday about Bob Iger's, and I think Q4 is going to be very, very interesting. I think
Get the popcorn ready.
Get the popcorn ready. I think end of year fiscal report for Disney is going to be really, really interesting.
Well, they'll find a way to skew it.
They'll make it sound like everything's
they have to be careful now.
Because the SEC is watching. The SEC is watching.
They have to be extra careful, so they can't like in the past they probably could
fudge it.
I wouldn't say fudge it, but kind of like say one thing even though it's on the books because no one else is looking at the books, so it didn't matter. They could say it verbally, but it wouldn't matter because you wouldn't know. Right. But now they're being watched for that too, so they can't lie about that or skew that in any way favorably. And then this whole thing, but I think it's just going to do the opposite effect of what they're hoping for. I think it's just going to make people like, are you serious? I mean,
yeah,
most people aren't going to go anyway. They don't have the money.
People know about it. It's been out for 6 years.
They don't have the money. And most people, if you ask them, I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot of people just don't like Star Wars anymore. They're like, oh, if I go, I'm not even going over there. I don't care.
Again, this is Disney being tone deaf, not understanding what the actual problem is. Instead of looking at themselves and being like, what did we do wrong?
What can we do better?
Right. They just keep blaming all these outside or whatever. And it's like, no, you open the land early, you cut the budget on it, you jack the ticket prices.
You didn't have both rides open.
No, by the time you
ruined the franchise to begin with.
Yeah, well, that's just it. By the time you opened Galaxy's Edge, you bet on the sequel trilogy, which now has a lot of bad will with a lot of consumers and a lot of fans, and you're surprised. It's franchise
I'm sorry.
fatigue.
It depends who you talk. 1 minute it's vocal minority. The next minute, Rian Johnson deserves an award for quelching the tidal wave of negativity. Because, if anybody has any criticisms, obviously because they're an incel man baby, and that is the only reason why they have a problem.
Right. Well, this empty walkway here, Bob, that's
because even the lineup area, queuing area over here, it's not like, here, give me the mouse from here.
Yeah, it's not
even over here, it's not even There's like nobody here.
No. So it's just franchise fatigue, Bob. It's franchise fatigue. People are sick of
So
Star
stop
Wars.
slamming it more. You're just going to make it worse.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We are going to watch this with great interest.
Yes, and you may invite us to Galaxy's Edge, and we will be fair. You won't, though.
That's why they're not going to invite us to Galaxy's Edge.
Because we'll be fair. Everybody else is allowed to be fair and get invited.
Niles got to go. He got to go, and he's even like, you know, what the hell?
Because if it's good, we'll say it's good. If it's not good, we'll say it's not good. But, you know, we'll be fair.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. I think I said that already, but I'm going to say it twice because I want you to sub.
That's right.
We're going to talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.